Greetings, I'm Scrab, and this is the second part of the Tokyo Marui MP7 AEP HPA Kits introduction guide. This is the first half where I take a closer look on the available MP7 HPA kits, their compatibility with different hop-up chambers and stock bases. Unfortunately, the entire content does not fit into 15 minutes, so in this part I will focus on the Bullgear CNC Hop-Up Chamber. In the following part, you will understand why I didn't started with the original Marui one. For this video, I prepared a brand new Bullgear CNC hop-up unit for the MP7 with a longer barrel for the easier manipulation with it. For the better visibility, let's remove this adjuster slide. Start with this tensioner on the side and unscrew this guiding socket set screw on the bottom. Remove the slide and do not lose this tiny rubber piece. Some of these units have this guiding pin on the barrel centerer. On some of them it was already removed. If you put it into the replica, hopefully you will see that it is a bit offset, so it is not compatible, and therefore it needs to be ground off, like on this one. With these tiny socket set screws on the top and the bottom, fix the chamber's position on the HPA engine, align the chamber, and with the same 005 hex key, fix its position. Do not over-tension the screws. Assemble the replica with it to check the compatibility with the different stock bases, starting with the Airsoft Junkies kit for the MP7 and the original Marui stock base. Slide in the setup with the help of the stock base. Push in the body pins and slide in the magazine. If the magazine slides in without resistance, then the configuration is compatible. As you can see, with the new resin printed Airsoft Junkies kit, the Bullgear CNC hop-up unit is compatible. I recommend to place an O-ring on the barrel before the hop-up unit as a spacer to fill this gap. Due to the execution of the replica, this will apply for every combination. Now check out the compatibility of this setup with the other aftermarket stock bases. This one is the AR stock base. And as you can see, it is not entirely compatible. There is no gap before the hop-up chamber, and the setup do not fit entirely to the replica. But if you grind off a portion of the rear part of this kit, it might fit in and might be compatible as well. In case of the Picatinny Real one, the gap before the hop-up unit is too large to call it compatible. Not even the magazine fit in. But with adding some spacers and modifying the stock base, it might be usable as well. Let's try the kits of mine design for the Bullgear CNC Hop-Up Chamber. This one was made for the original stock base. And as you can see, they are coupling together perfectly. And the setup is compatible with the replica. Now try out something different with the same stock base. This kit was made for the original Marui Hop-Up Chamber, but the universal spacer is equipped, which is basically an adapter for the Bullgear CNC Hop-Up Chamber. Let's try out its compatibility. And it is compatible as well. Let's check what's the situation with the aftermarket stock bases. This kit was made for the AR stock base. These additional plates, as I said before, serves to hold the serial number plate to fill this gap if you don't want to use it as a hole for the macro line, and if you want to guide out the macro line from the rear. As you can see, this setup is compatible with the replica with or without this additional part. And finally, this one was made for the Picatinny Real stock base. I will use it with this spacer for the stock base, which might mitigate the gap which arises when the rear sockets and screws are tightened. these ones. And as you can see, it is a match as well. Now I will show you how to install the EDC hop arm for the CNC hop-up chamber. This is my TDC hop arm. You have to place a knob in this groove. If you want, then you can use some HPA grease to glue the knob here. It prevents it from falling off. Also, you can place a spring in here. As I said before, the fire selector place spring from the V3 gearbox will be fine. From the hop-up chamber, you have to remove the original hop-up arm. For that, you will need 1.5 mm hex key. Unscrew the arm holding screw. Remove the original arm. Place this setup into the hop-up chamber. Hold its position. Replace the screw. Screw it in. And place this setup into the replica. With the original stock base, even the Airsoft Junkies kit might be compatible. Place the upper rail to its place on the top, and through this hole on the top of the upper rail and the 2 mm hex key, the pop-up unit might be adjustable. And so it is. In the following part, I will continue with the compatibility check with the original Marui hop-up chamber in focus. If you have any questions, contact me through scrabarmory@gmail.com. Thank you for tuning in. Take care of yourself. Bye.